Broncos country, you're not going to believe what happened in the last preseason game. Sean Payton did something that left everyone's jaws on the floor at Empower Field. Just imagine, a guy who's only 30 years old, who was still playing quarterback in the NFL just 2 years ago, received a responsibility that could completely change the future of our team. What I'm about to tell you now could reveal one of the key pieces for the Broncos' upcoming season. I'm talking about a decision that showed Sean Payton's complete confidence in someone many of you don't even know who he is. But after that game against the Arizona Cardinals, that name is going to be etched in every Broncos fan's mind. Denver Broncos family, get ready, because this revelation is going to shake up all of our expectations for 2025. Folks, let's get straight to the point. Webb called the offensive plays for the Broncos for the first time as coordinator in the game against the Cardinals, and the result was simply spectacular. A 27-7 victory with an offensive performance that had everyone in the stadium cheering. But hold on, Broncos country, it gets even more interesting. Sean Payton didn't just hand over the headset to Webb, he literally challenged the guy. Payton took some statistics from his first games as a play caller early in his career and said, "Let's see if you can beat that." And guess what? Webb beat it. Throughout the entire game, Payton and the other coordinators were on the same communication line as Webb. They talked, exchanged ideas, but the one making the final decisions and calling the plays was the young coordinator. And what plays, family? Jarrett Stidham completed 16 of 23 passes for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns, a complete show of offensive efficiency. Now listen to this. Webb is only 30 years old, and until January 2023 was still playing quarterback in the NFL. That means he perfectly understands the player's perspective, especially the quarterback's. Stidham himself said it was a huge opportunity for Webb and that he was proud of the coach's performance. Broncos country, you want to know what impresses me most about this situation? The confidence that Payton placed in Webb shows that he's not just thinking about the present, but building something for the future. Webb was already being coveted by other franchises in the last hiring cycle, so much so that Payton promoted him to passing game coordinator to avoid losing him. But here comes a part of the narrative that few know. Webb was fundamental last season when Bo Nix went through difficult moments. Remember that discussion between Nix and Payton on the sideline during the game against the Raiders? It was Webb who intervened and calmed things down, showing his leadership ability in pressure moments. Hey, Denver Broncos family, if you want to stay up to date with all the news, exclusive analysis, and behind-the-scenes content from our team, subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on notification bells because here you won't miss any important play from the Broncos season. Now let's analyze what this really means for us, Broncos country. Sean Payton is clearly preparing Webb for even greater responsibilities in the future. During preseason, he had already given Joe Lombardi the opportunity to call plays in the first game, and now it was Webb's turn in the second. It's important to make this clear. When the regular season starts, the one calling the plays will be Sean Payton himself. But this experience that Webb is gaining is invaluable for the development of the Broncos coaching staff. The chemistry between Webb and the quarterbacks is something special, family. The fact that Stidham praised the coordinator's work so much shows that there's mutual trust there. And it's not just Stidham. Even Evan Engram, who would normally rest in preseason games, decided to play specifically to support Webb in his first experience as a play caller. This says a lot about the character and respect that Webb has earned in the Broncos locker room. A guy who just a few years ago was on the other side as a player, and now is gaining the complete trust of the athletes as a coach. Payton compared Webb to other experienced coordinators like Joe Lombardi and Pete Carmichael, saying that each brings different combinations to the play script. But what impressed the head coach most was Webb's speed and efficiency in moving to the next play as soon as he made a decision. Broncos country, do you see what's happening here? Payton is building a solid coaching structure with multiple voices capable of contributing at a high level. This is fundamental to maintaining long-term competitiveness. This experience of Webb's also has a direct impact on the development of Bo Nix, our starting quarterback. Webb has been a key piece in the young quarterback's evolution since he was selected in the draft. Webb's ability to relate to quarterbacks, having been one until recently, creates a much more effective communication bridge. During that historic 2024 season, when the Broncos achieved 10 wins and returned to the playoffs after years, Webb was there working daily with Nix, helping in the adaptation to professional football. Family, pay attention to this detail. When Nix had that discussion with Payton on the sideline, many saw it as something negative. But Webb knew how to use that situation to show the head coach the quarterback's competitive character. That ended up being a positive turning point in the season. Broncos country, what we're seeing is Sean Payton building a coaching tree, just like Bill Parcells did with him in the 90s. Payton is mentoring Webb in the same way he was guided at the beginning of his career. Webb is already part of Payton's inner circle of trust, along with veterans like Lombardi and Carmichael. This shows that he's not just another assistant, he's someone that Payton sees with potential to lead NFL offenses in the future. The flexibility this brings to the Broncos is incredible. Having multiple coordinators capable of calling plays at a high level means the team can quickly adapt to different situations and maintain offensive quality, even if there are changes in the coaching structure. What catches my attention most, Denver Broncos family, is how this situation reflects the culture being built at Dove Valley. Payton isn't just focused on winning games today. He's thinking about establishing a culture of excellence that will last for years. Webb represents that mentality. A young guy with experience as a player who understands the athlete's perspective and, at the same time, has the strategic vision necessary to lead an NFL offense. It's the perfect profile for the new generation of coordinators. Talk to me. Broncos country, don't you think it's incredible to see how our team is structuring itself for the future? While many franchises get stuck in cycles of hiring and firing, the Broncos are building something solid from the inside out. The confidence that the players showed in Webb in that game demonstrates that his leadership is genuine. It's not just about technical knowledge, it's about relationships, respect, and the ability to motivate in important moments. Now, family, let's be realistic about expectations. Webb won't take over play calling in the regular season. That responsibility continues to be Sean Payton's. But the experience he's gaining is an investment in the Broncos' future. What we can expect is that Webb will continue being an important voice in the development of the offense, especially in quarterback preparation. The chemistry he demonstrated with Stidham in that game could be an indicator of how the work with Nix will be during the season. Broncos country, do you think this experience could influence tactical decisions during official games? I believe so. Payton now has one more valuable perspective to consult in crucial moments. When we look at other NFL teams, it's rare to see internal coordinator development like what's happening with the Broncos. Many franchises are constantly seeking coordinators from outside without developing internal talent. What Payton is doing with Webb is similar to what the Patriots did with their assistants during Bill Belichick's era, or how the Steelers developed their coaching structure internally. It's an approach that generates stability and continuity. Denver Broncos family, this makes me optimistic about our team's future. We're not just assembling a roster to compete now, we're building an organization capable of staying competitive for decades. So Broncos country, what did you think of this revelation about Davis Webb? Do you think Payton is right to bet so much on internal development of the coaching staff? Or would you prefer he brought more experienced coordinators from other franchises? I want to know your opinion in the comments. Leave below what you expect to see from Webb throughout the season. Do you think he could become a head coordinator soon? Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the content, share it with other Broncos fans, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any exclusive analysis from our Denver Broncos family. Till the next video, and may the regular season come soon so we can see all this work in action at Empower Field. Go Broncos!